Bill-esque.
Hey, you might want to make a.
Joanne's like, damn it, somebody else I can drink
All
with.
around and give it back to him.
I did it all around.
Is this still going?
Okay, ready?
Yeah. I'm recording.
Cool. You mean time it for you?
You want to start at 1 minute?
Yeah, I'm keeping time.
Does that have to be already, is it 3 minutes?
Huh? It's gotta be 6 minutes.
So in 10
Nine.
seconds you can start and do 6 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
9:43. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Introduce yourself.
1, go.
Hey everybody, my name is Justice. Thank you all for being here tonight and sacrificing your lovely sleep and things that you have to do, so I appreciate that. I'm here to talk about one thing that's been raging in the millennial community. It's legalization of marijuana. So, have you ever smelled a skunk? Have you ever smelled a skunk spray? You know, it smells
Yes.
terrible.
Yes.
It smells terrible.
Sure have.
Imagine being in a state or city that smells nothing but skunk, where everybody's smoking marijuana, you know, on the front porch and outside of the restaurant. Why would we want to live in, you know, somewhere like that? This debate's been raging on for, you know, a couple of years now. So I did my own research and got a mindful interest in it to pick a side. And I want to make everybody here knowledgeable about, you know, what marijuana is, and hopefully, after everybody's educated, we can pick our own sides. Me personally, I'm against the legalization of marijuana, and I'll tell you why. It's harmful. We're going to talk about what marijuana is. We're going to talk about how it's harmful to adults and how it can be harmful to the children as well. And once we're all educated, I hope everybody could stand on my side in this debate. So what is marijuana? Marijuana is a psychoactive depressant that messes with your brain. It slows respiratory systems, it slows your heart rate down, and it slows brain activity. It's actually the most abused drug in the nation according to the Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA. They make plenty of arrests on it, they fight the war on drugs, and they do great to keep it calm. But Harvard Medical School did a study, and they found a direct correlation between the use of marijuana in adults and laziness. So why would we want to legalize something that does everything but motivate us to do things? And it doesn't just stop with us, it goes into our kids. Weed kills motivation, like I said. National Institute on Drug Abuse found that people lack motivation due to dopamine levels being altered, and dopamine is the happy drug in your brain. What it does is it gives you motivation, and it gives you a lightened day. And when you smoke marijuana, the THC messes with those levels, and when you're not smoking marijuana, your dopamine levels go down, and so you can't create enough dopamine to pick you up in the day to have you have a great day yourself. So they also claim, the National Institute also claimed that it leads to poor health mentally, physically, leads to poor life satisfaction in adults that frequently smoke it, and it even causes relationship problems between, you know, adults and teenagers. Have you ever met a stoner? I mean, usually they have a bad relationship with their girlfriend or boyfriend. They never want to do anything. They don't work hard at work. It just can cause all types of problems, and it's also known as a gateway drug. Did you guys know that?
No, sure. No.
It can lead to other type drugs because your brain always wants something more. Like I said, it doesn't stop with us. We're not the only victims here. Our children and our children's children is what we have to look out for. Kids will grow up thinking that drugs are okay. They'll want more. If weed is legalized, they'll be around it. They'll be pressured to smoke it. Harder drugs will be introduced. Cocaine, heroin. What's next? Who knows? Dr. Hurd of New York is a medical scientist who did an experiment on rats with marijuana. She exposed 2 parent rats to marijuana occasionally, just as a human would have, 2-3 times a day. Those rats mated, have babies, and the babies came out with dysfunctional brains that wanted marijuana and wanted harder drugs to keep their brains functioning. They found that the brain functions between these baby rats and the normal baby rats who weren't exposed to marijuana were completely different. And the Denver Times in Colorado, where marijuana was first legalized, is Colorado, they did statistics showing how many kids are introduced into the hospital system due to THC poisoning. That's too much THC from marijuana introduced into a child's system. It can be anywhere from 6 years old to 14 years old. It's just very dangerous for a child to be exposed to these. So that should be enough to lead to the bad, to show you the bad that marijuana can bring. So today, we talked about what marijuana is. I showed you what dangers it causes to our adults and our children. And I told you exactly why I'm extremely opposed to the marijuana legalization, because laziness, children have dangers, and it's just not a good drug to be around. So I want to ask you all something. Are you going to sit back, relax, and smoke a joint? Or are you going to go do something and make a difference? Thank you. 10 seconds left.